Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Shazza. We're here outside Kitsune again, post-show, and it's been a long time, years and years since Rise.
Rise, like 2018, so probably we're like 6 years, I think. I think we're 6 years.
Shazza McKenzie, you need no introduction. People see the face, they know who you are.
My music played and people knew what it was, and I said, oh my god, that's it.
We don't forget Shazza, you did an impression here.
I know, I was just like, I don't wrestle in like Los Angeles I don't wrestle on the West Coast very often, so like to get a reaction when because my match wasn't announced, so like no one knew that was what was going to happen, right? It's like, so I was like, oh, they like recognize it, that's nice, that's cute. Well, they thought Taz was coming out, so either way, got a reaction.
How was the team with Delmy Exmo?
It was great. That was so much fun. Like, there was no Sea Sisters. Sea Sisters? Yes. Sea Stars.
Sea Stars.
Sea Stars because it sounds like sisters.
Oh, yeah.
That was the joke. Did you get it, guys?
Yeah.
Like Heartbreak Core sounds like Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
If I have to spell it out, that's
I'm trying to remember Heartbreak Core.
Heartbreak Core. See, it sounds like Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
If you say it real fast. Like
Very
Sea Stars sounds like sisters. So it wasn't as, like, it was our first time, but I think there was some good bands in there. I think there was good chemistry. I think we had fun. I think it would have been better if I didn't tap out, but sometimes you just got to. Sometimes your back's being broken in half and you just got to tap on out.
You ring at the Regent Act and the Mermaid Aspen Rose.
I did, yes. First time in the ring with... It was only the second time that I've ever been in a ring with Delmy, but other than that, like, the first time I've been in the ring with any of them, so...
That's gonna beep for a minute.
That is gonna, we're beeping out here.
It's raw footage. We do it. We just keep going.
Vibe, man. We just vibe.
That's such an interesting beat for such a big truck.
Big truck.
Nice. Oh, it is a big truck. Oh, it's the ring truck.
It's the ring
okay,
truck.
guys.
It happens.
It happens. We out here.
So, how'd you like your debut at Kitsune? And how'd you like the crowd here?
It was. I'm very happy.
Did you know this is one of the original PPG books?
I did not know.
Yeah, PPG used to bring it back. They used to call it the Sweatbox.
But it was nice in there.
Yeah, they have AC now.
Oh, they didn't do it before?
Yeah.
Well, it happens. But no, this is a nice venue. I really like the venue. I really enjoyed the show, what I was able to watch of the show.
The beep interesting.
Yeah.
We just keep going.
We just vibe.
As I told Cardona, this raw footage, just keep going.
Just keep going.
No editing.
Yeah.
It's all improvisation.
The real shit here.
Yeah. No cuts. We leave everything in the boxes and all.
I don't know. That's some famous last words.
But how has the adjustment been from Australia to St. Louis?
It has been, I've been here for nearly a year and a half now. I've been here for coming up to 18 months. And I feel very like settled and like, I love St. Louis. I mean, I don't know, maybe one day I'll move to a different city or state or whatever, and like just because why not? But like, if I just lived in St. Louis for the rest of my life, I think I'd be happy. I do like it, and I do love it, and it's a lot slow. I lived in Sydney in Australia, which is like one of there's two huge cities in Australia, Sydney and Melbourne. So it was like living in the equivalent of like LA and New York, America. So living in St. Louis is a lot slower, a lot like it's a lot more calming and a lot less. I mean, I still have anxiety, but it's not as hanging
And a lot less kangaroos. I heard kangaroos outnumber people in Australia.
Actually, I forgot because I was driving. Oh my god, this was only yesterday. So last night I had a show in Iowa. I was driving home from the show in Iowa, so I could get home, shower, and go to the airport and get to LA for this show. But for the first time, like I've seen deer like on the side of the road. I've seen them galloping around the fields. This was the first time driving that I've had one run in front of me, and that was scary as all hell because it was also I was by myself in my car, so I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm about to crash and die in the middle of Iowa. So that would probably go in line with my life if I did crash and die in the middle of Iowa, but luckily I didn't.
So in your car broke down after one of the shows.
In Iowa.
In Iowa.
That's why I hate Iowa.
You had bad luck in Iowa.
I'm not I mean, look, I like some people in Iowa. I like a bit of the wrestling in Iowa, but I do
Revolver.
I do have bad luck in Iowa, unfortunately. But when it comes to driving, apparently. But I mean, maybe it's good luck because I didn't crash. So.
What are you waiting for? I was thinking about your time at Melville's Bar Wrestling Day and Moncho. You stepped your toe into death matches, ultra violence.
I did. So with all the death matches that I did I did like 3 matches. I'm sounding. 3, 4? I did 3. I've done 3. I think I've 3.
hardcore. You're ultra-violent.
I'm ultra-violent.
You're ultra-violent.
You know, I red equals green, all those sort of things. Of all the like dumb things that I did, like I have a few little like cuts and things from all the glass and stuff, but I have this stupid cut on the front of my head that looks like I was just really bad at gigging. But what it was at a bloody like kids show, an all ages show. I'm just telling a random story.
It's all good.
I like went to get like my head noggin knocked on like the apron, and like the padding on the apron was like not to the edge, so the wood went straight here, and like it was just the dumbest thing. And I was like, I've done all these death matches, I've done all this crazy shit, and now because I hit my head on a ring apron, I have a giant scar in the middle of my fucking forehead, and everyone always thinks, oh, you just don't know how to blade. They go, oh, did you mess up a gig? And I said, no, I wish I did. It wouldn't be a cooler story, but it would be a bit cooler. But yes, that's my rambles.
I was the same with wrestling scene Benview. We got Glory Pro over there,
Anarchy, WrestleMax. What else have we got? We got PWE 01 that runs sort of like in the like general area. Like,
is there more promotions than you had in Australia? I don't mean to cut you off.
Well, like there's more wrestling in America than there was in Australia, and also in Australia, because wrestling's not like popular. Like people, well, it's not like mainstream.
Okay.
Like wrestling here, Raw and everything, it airs primetime TV.
Okay.
In Australia, wrestling airs at noon on a Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Like you have to want to watch wrestling. You have to be like, I really want to watch Raw. Like you have to go out of your way. So it's not like it's ingrained in American culture. So there is probably the same amount of companies to some extent, but like they don't run as regularly because there's not as many fans of wrestling, and you could just be wrestling in front of no one if you tried to run shows constantly.
So it's like hard to make a living.
Well, you absolutely cannot make a living wrestling in Australia. You would be ludicrous to think that you could. Like, you know, like the closest to someone making a living in Australia is like the New Japan guys that live in Australia and then go do like 6-month tours of Japan.
Shout out Robbie Eagles.
Homie Robbie Eagles, who I was supposed to wrestle next weekend, and then the show got cancelled, moved, and now I don't know if I'm going to, but I was going to wrestle Robbie for the first time. Hopefully I still do get to have my match, but we'll see.
This interview, I don't keep it too long, but plug your merch and your socials where people can find you.
You can find me, www.shazzamckenzie.com has the link to all my socials. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. It literally pays my bills because I cannot get a real job in America. I have to hustle, so give me money. Please help me. No. And then at Shazza_McKenzie, Twitter, Instagram. Don't try and message me on Facebook. I'm not checking my messages on Facebook. It's weird as fuck. It's 2024. No one's using it. Just don't try to message me. I don't know. Unless you're gonna give me money. If you're gonna give me money, www.shazzamckenzie.com has a link to all my PayPal, my Venmo, and my Cash App.
You gotta pay to message you.
You get it. My time is money.
Yeah.
And you didn't even have to pay for this. Don't tell anyone that. Don't tell people I did this for free. Just out of you did actually. So you did pay for this. You did pay for my time. So there we go.
Thanks for being a pleasure. Hope it's not too long. Maybe next time Hotza.
Maybe.
Hotza. The Sean Sense, Kitsu, Shazza McKenzie. Real comments from Rain.com. Peace.